But they said I can come here and talk about whatever I'm into, whatever I'm geeky about. I picked two sort of rare subjects. I hope you've heard of them, or it might be a bit of a slog. Anybody here familiar with movies and music? Is anybody? I can see one gentleman at the back. Okay, we'll keep going for you. I love movies, or films, as I call them, if I want to be left alone at a party. I like really any kind of film. Kids' films, adult films. I mean, I didn't mean it that way, but sure, if you've got any. I read an interesting statistic recently. Apparently, 1 man in every 3 men claims to have never seen a pornographic film. First of all, untrue. But second of all, it made me realize 1 man in 3 men would just be a good title for a pornographic film. Would you not agree? I don't know. I'd watch that. I don't know. Sure. The country of Canada has produced a lot of great actors. It's also produced Keanu Reeves, so it evens things out just a little bit. Just a little. The only man ever to be outacted by a bus. I'm being a bit negative, though. I love some movies. Probably my favorite movie over the past couple years was Les Mis. It's French for The Miz, if you don't... It's a musical. If you haven't seen it, I won't spoil any plot details. I won't ruin any of the story. I'll just tell you my favorite song in it is called Javert's Suicide. So give that a listen. Hey, they were too specific, not my fault. I love movies, but I love music even more. As a geek, I sort of get way too into it and even study everything kind of tangentially related to music. I'm really into sort of myths and stories behind songs, urban legends. I want to talk to you about one. It pertains to your friend and mine, the 20th century's greatest composer, Mr. Phil Collins. But sure, he's great, wonderful, wonderful. Since his heyday in the 80s, thousands of bands have tried to make better music, and only hundreds have succeeded. But this is actually a topical joke because he's making a comeback recently. He's back in the Stu studio. I don't know if you heard about that. But Seriously is the name of one of his albums. I could keep going all night. But the urban legend pertains to the song In the Air Tonight. You might know it better as... That's the part your uncle likes. And here's how the story goes. Allegedly, Phil Collins was once at the beach. Already a little hard to believe. And he saw a man who was watching someone else drown and who did nothing, right? Sounds horrible. Phil was very distraught by this, drove home, left side of the road probably, British, and he got home and wrote the song In the Air Tonight, which contains the line, "If you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand." So as the story goes, he was in concert singing that song, and he saw that man sitting in the front row center of his concert. So he sung it directly at that man, who felt so guilty, he went home, and according to legend, took his own life. Now, don't get too sad about that. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation, right? If you're sitting front row center at a Phil Collins concert, how well were things going in the first place? But what's far more important, and what I want you all to ask Phil next time you see him, how morally self-righteous can you feel if you were watching someone watch someone drown? That doesn't work to me. How close were you? Sounds like 2 people were just watching someone drown going, are you gonna take this? You gonna? There's probably a 3rd guy writing a song about those 2 people. I have a song idea for you. It's called Never Go Swimming with Phil Collins. Thank you very much.